Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing really well. My name is Moinak, and in this video I'll talk about the government jobs that students can apply for once they complete their diploma or BTech. So let's start the video. Firstly, there are a few basic criteria to be eligible for most of the government exams. They are you have to be a citizen of India, of course, and the minimum qualification criteria. Well, if you have a diploma or a BTech, that would be mentioned in the forms. The age limit for most government exam, the age limit is 30 years, and for reserved candidates, there are some relaxations. You have to have a CGPA of more than 6 without any active backlogs as well. So the first exam that I would take you through is the engineering service examinations. These exams are conducted by UPSC, and the name of the post is IES, or Indian Engineering Services. This is of course a Group A post, and the number of seats every year is around 4 to 500, and the exams are held every year. The eligible streams are civil, mechanical, electrical, and electronics and telecommunication engineering. Some other streams can also apply for this particular exam, but they have to give their papers in any of the above mentioned four streams only. The minimum qualification for this exam is BTech or BE, and this exam is conducted in three stages: prelims, mains, and interview. In mains, you have conventional type question papers with paper 1 and paper 2. And once selected, you get into services like IRSC, CPWD, CES, CWES, etc. Although from 2020 onwards, the Government of India has decided to exclude all the railway group of services from engineering service examinations and civil services examinations as well. They have merged all the railway services into one new service known as IRMS, or Indian Railway Management Services, and a separate recruitment would be done for that. So anyway, once you get selected, your candidates undergo training of around 18 to 24 months at various training institutes across India, and the salary is around 60,000 per month. And you, of course, you would be getting a lot of perks being a government officer as well. And the posting can be anywhere in India. It is, of course, a transferable job. The next exam is GATE, Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. This exam is mainly conducted to intake in PG courses in various central universities, and it's conducted by the seven old IITs and IISc Bangalore. Uh, the minimum qualification for this for appearing for this exam is BTech or BE, and many PSUs like Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Power Grid, Bharat Petroleum, ERCON, ONGC, etc. They recruit through gate scores. So there is a great chance if your rank is under 200 to 300, there's a great chance that you would get a call from these PSUs, and you will have to appear for an interview. And if you get selected, you would be joining as a graduate engineer training. The salary starts from around 8 lakhs per annum, and after you finish your training, it can also range somewhere in 15 lakhs per annum range. The next exams are there are many PSUs that conduct their own examinations like BARC, SAIL, ISRO, CIL, DRDO, EIL. They have their own examinations. The streams that are eligible for these particular exams is written over here. If you want to check it out, you can pause the video and check if your branch is eligible for that particular exam. The minimum qualification is BTech or BE, and they have their own application procedures and syllabus. Most of the technical examinations they almost have the same syllabus, at least on the technical part. The mode of selection here is written test plus GDPI. You might also have a group discussion between the written test and PI. The age criteria for some of the PSUs, it's as low as 25, and for some it is 30. So it depends upon the PSU what the age limit would be. And over here also the salary is around 8 to 15 lakhs per annum, and you can be posted anywhere in India. The next exam is SSC JE. This is probably the most sought after exams after candidates complete their diploma or BTech. This is actually held in two stages, prelims and mains. There is no interview in this exam. So if you clear your mains examinations, you directly get into the services. The seats are around 12 to 1400 per year, and This is mainly for the civil, mechanical, electrical, and the allied branches. So the exams are held every year, and there are more seats for civil engineering students. The minimum qualification here is diploma, but most of the BTech candidates they apply for this particular exam because of the job profile and because of the regularity of the exams. Uh, the salary, the services that you get into after passing this exam is CPWD, CES, NTRO, border roads organizations, military engineering services, etc. The salary is around 5 to 6.5 lakhs per annum, and of course there are perks of being a government officer, and you will get all the perks that a central government officer enjoys. And the posting can be anywhere in India. The next exam is RRB JEE. This is conducted for the Railway Department of India, and this is also conducted in two stages, CBT1 and CBT2. CBTs are nothing but computer-based tests. In this exam also there is no interview. So once you pass the CBT2 exam, you get directly into services. So this exam is specially conducted once in every 4 to 5 years. So in 2019, they conducted an examination, and there were around 14,000 vacancies for this particular exam. So be rest assured the next exam would be around 2023 or 2024. So sorry, for the minimum qualification here is diploma, and after you crack this exam, you have to undergo training of 1 year, and the salary is around 5 to 6.5 lakhs per annum. These RRBs, they have stopped conducting exams for senior section engineers. So the RRB has circulated a notice saying they won't be conducting any exams for recruitment of senior section engineers, and all the BTechs they can apply for JEE posts, and only through promotion they can get into senior section engineers. So all the BTech candidates they also apply for this particular job. The next exam are the recruitment in central universities. Now, every NIT, IIT, and other central universities they conduct their own respective examinations and get recruited to all the branches of engineering. There are posts like junior engineer, assistant engineer, and teaching assistant. You have to go to the particular websites and keep a track of it. You can also get into Indian Navy. They recruit through university entry scheme. There is a group discussion and an interview round. If you get selected, you will be directly called for SSB. Now there are state engineering services in which you can get into as a junior engineer or assistant engineer. Now every state conduct their own examinations through their public state commission exams. Uh, there are exams like WBPSC. There are boards like WBPSC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, Maharashtra Public Service Commission, etc. Mostly these are conducted in two stages, prelims and interview. Some state also conduct mains examinations after the preliminary exams, and the mains examinations is mainly conventional type questions. Now, they conduct their exams only when there are enough vacancies. So there's no fixed timing uh, so as to when they would conduct the examinations. It might take place every year, or it might happen that it might recruit after 4 or 5 years, depends upon the state. You have to have a domicile certificate for appearing in these state examinations. Most states have this criteria, and you have to be fluent in the local language as well. The next exams that you can get into is the state metro engineering services as a JE or AE. Now cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Lucknow, they have their metro services, and these metros they conduct their own recruitments like Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, Lucknow Metro Rail Corporation, etc. Mostly CBT or computer based tests are conducted, and candidates are shortlisted for interviews. Now the minimum qualification is diploma for JE and BTech for AE. The salary is again 5 to 6.5 lakhs per annum, and the posting is wherever you apply for that. If you apply for DMRC, the posting would be in and around Delhi, and likewise. Now there are a few other exams as well. There are a few municipality jobs where you can get recruited as junior engineer or assistant engineer, and the exams generally take place in two stages: written test and interview. Some public health departments also conduct their own examinations and recruit. There is recruitment in state electricity and power departments through exams. Now, departments like WBSEDCL, WBSETCL, WBPDCL, they conduct their own examinations and recruit. So there's also Nirman Sahayak post, which is under the Panchayat, and every state has their own examinations. You get into posts as a junior engineer in these posts. There are also many lecturer jobs in government polytechnic colleges where you can get into. This is also a very good job. Uh, Once you get into the government polytechnic colleges, the salary is around 40 to 45,000 per month. Now, uh, lastly, I would like to say that if you decide to start preparing for government jobs, be it during college years or after passing out, I would say like choose few particular exams which are similar in pattern in the sense similar in the syllabus, and the exams which are conducted regularly or every year like SSC, JEs or UPSC engineering service examinations, and make sure you study according to the syllabus. Firstly, study the syllabus properly, and then start preparing for that particular exam. So study hard and study smart. Thank you.